Holy Lord, it's freaking cold in this bitch. It's fucking cold.
We're a not safe for work kind of podcast, I suppose. Since you fucking blew that one out of the water.
What does that even mean?
Because you just dropped the F-bomb.
Oh.
Not safe for work.
Were we ever?
I mean, no.
Were we ever going to be?
Today's my first day on the job.
Welcome
to the Deep End Podcast. I'm Caroline.
And I'm your host, Emily.
Okay, I'm also...
I'm your co-host, Emily.
Yes.
We're sisters.
And this is a podcast about nothing and everything.
Let's dive in!
Excellent. So, this is our pilot episode, and I pushed for us to talk about influential pilots.
Yeah.
On air and in the sky.
What's better than starting the pilot by discussing pilots?
Yes. Why talk about us so we could talk about other...
Maybe we should talk about us.
Yeah.
Just little intro.
Yeah. Good point.
What are your hobbies and your passions?
Oh, my hobbies and my passions. Crafting. Lattes. Old lady in a young person body.
She's a millennial.
And that's all you need to know about me. Cats. Dance. Murder mysteries.
What's up? I'm Emily. I'm Gen Z. I'm just turned 24. I'm living life large.
We have a 4-year age gap, and it will be so evident the generational differences between us.
Yes. What are we calling that? Mind the gap.
Mind the gap.
Mind the gap.
Yes.
But that's not what this is.
No.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
That'll come later.
Buckle up. Get your floaties.
What am I passionate about? Swimming. I like to swim.
I don't.
I have
like
a passion
to swim,
for fashion.
actually. You have a passion for fashion?
I would like to.
That's fair.
I like movies. We went to school for film.
Cool. And why are we doing this?
Why does anybody do a
Truth.
podcast?
This is so
You
true.
hand somebody a mic and they just
Yeah.
they go off. So why can't we?
Exactly.
You know?
We have a lot to say about nothing.
We had this idea a couple years ago.
For like 2 summers.
Yeah, we got this inflatable pool because we were not blessed with an in-ground one. Looking at you, Mom and Dad. During COVID, when there was nothing else to do, which seemingly is everyone's reason for everything.
Right. We didn't make bread. Instead, we dreamt up a podcast.
No, but I did make those coffees.
Yes, we did make whipped coffee. We made a lot of those.
You know, now that we're talking about it, I sometimes think about the fact that I had this whole dream for myself when COVID started. I had texted my friends at the time being like, maybe this is the time for me to like rearrange my room, redo my life.
I could hear the bee flying by my
Yeah.
head.
We're dealing with a lot of outside forces because we decided that this had to be
In a pool.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
that's what gives our podcast edge. 2 years ago, this podcast dream was dreamt of just sitting in a kiddie pool, drinking,
and diving in.
and honestly, yes, bullshitting on whatever came to mind. And now we're here with actual mics.
We actually did it.
Woo! The dream made it out of the pool and right back into it.
And it's toasty.
It is so toasty, but actually the pool water feels pretty okay now. It was
pretty good now.
very cold when we jumped in.
Okay.
So
Anything else?
No. Just join us for chaos.
She's really jazzed about this
I'm
pilot episode.
I'm so pleased with myself because it's like my kind of humor.
Honestly, I do like the idea of this being like the pilot
Right.
because it really is.
Yeah. That's the point.
No, I know. Okay.
Okay. So, on air and in the air, where do you want to start?
Well, oh God, I like half of this idea. I don't want you to guess which half I don't like. Let's start in the air because or should we start?
We can start in the air so we can get the part that you don't want to talk about out of the way.
I don't know enough about it.
I mean,
to speak on it.
I will speak on what I can speak to.
Okay.
In the air, influential
The only one I know is
pilots.
Amelia Earhart.
Amelia Earhart. I am so intrigued. Where is she?
Bermuda Triangle.
Yes, but like,
Oh, she's dead.
no
She died.
shit, Sherlock.
Kid, she died.
If this was a true crime podcast or whatever, I would do some deep diving on Amelia. Oh, deep dive on Amelia.
We could.
I probably should have done some more research before this moment, but I am just so intrigued that like she just disappeared.
It's like a really tragic bummer.
I mean, it is a tragic bummer. I'm not saying it's like not, but I'm just intrigued.
There's
I feel
just
like
something like too on point about the fact that what is she the first female pilot, and then
Yeah.
she just disappeared.
Yeah, I just think it's interesting. I feel like she landed on a remote island and died that way. I don't think she just like fell into the ocean. But that is not for me to.
I don't
that
know
is
if I
based
agree.
on no. Oh, really?
Would you rather her have crash landed on an island,
I think that would have been a little interesting.
or would you rather her die instantly?
I mean, I don't know. She could have died instantly on an island.
That's true.
She could have floated for a while in the ocean. It really could have gone either way.
I don't know. I feel like she would die on impact in the ocean. For me, there's something just really great about her dying on impact in the ocean. And
There's something just very final about it.
I want that for her.
I hope she is now at peace. I will say, unrelated, as we were thinking about this, Amy Adams, who plays her in
God.
Night at the Museum, does a great job.
Does a great job, but we have no record of what Amelia was. Well, we don't. Others do. Of what Amelia was like, how she acted, how she sounded. So that's who you've been picturing this whole time, haven't you?
Absolutely.
Do you even know what Amelia Earhart looks like?
Yeah. But I just think of Amy Adams when I think of Amelia Earhart.
I got told I used to walk like her.
I know. And I wasn't going to say it. I was going to let you say it, but I didn't want to.
Anyways,
So other influential.
that's all you have on
pilots.
Amelia Earhart?
That's like all I meant to do some like.
Why, is she only influential because she was the first female? I mean, not only. That's pretty.
Yeah, and then she just disappeared. Like the pilots I was thinking of for this moment were Amelia Earhart, Charles Lindbergh.
I don't know who that is.
Okay, we read about him in like 4th grade. I remember reading it, and
Who's
the only
we?
thing I remember is that he had a turkey sandwich with him on his flight across the Atlantic, and he didn't eat it because the turkey would make him sleepy. And I just remember thinking like, dang, turkey sandwiches make you sleepy. And now when I eat a turkey sandwich, I think of Charles Lindbergh.
It's literally like any food.
I know.
It's not just the turkey sandwiches.
I know, but I was just like, wow, didn't know. I learned that, and that fact has stuck with me. And I'm 27 now, so that's how long I've thought of that.
Jeez.
And then Sully Sullenberger, but I don't know enough about Sully other than Tom Hanks played him.
Oh my god.
And I think that's like how cool is. I mean,
Wait, is your only information on all of these people
like movies,
like the movie stars who played them?
maybe. Maybe that's why they were influential to me.
Did you even see that movie?
No, actually, I didn't.
Me neither.
And then as we were talking about this, I realized we like missed like some really important bros.
Like the Wright brothers?
Yeah. And all of the
I thought you meant bros in general, not like specifically this pair of brothers.
No, I just meant like as we've talked about this episode, I only mentioned those 3, and it never even occurred to me to bring up
The people who
the
like
OGs.
actually started to make them.
Yeah.
You know, when
That
I think
doesn't
of the Wright brothers, I think of the Night at the Museum.
Okay, so all we know about influential pilots is
You know, when Ben Stiller flies on their little canvas.
yeah.
Oh, and then Amelia Earhart like has her remote. She's like, what does he say? He's like, it's like wood and paper, and she's like, it's made of canvas and something else.
Something ingenuity.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he gets his moxie back. Should we watch that movie?
Can I just say, I believe that's one of the few movie sequels that are good.
Truth.
I feel like it might be a stretch to say it
Well,
is better than the first one. Well, no, I don't know. It's pretty good.
I think they're both equally good in their own right. I don't know if I could say that it's better. I think they're both excellent. Who is working on their lawn right now on the Lord's Day?
I'm so sorry.
But you know what else is a really good movie, like sequel?
What?
New Moon.
Oh, Jesus.
But Twilight's for another
What Caroline
episode.
didn't talk about in her passions that she should have listed first, now that I'm thinking of it, is Twilight.
I am a Twihard, and I'm not sorry. I'm not.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, that's it. That's
She's
all.
not sorry
I'm
about
not
it.
sorry about it. It's gonna come up a lot. And if you're not cool with that,
Get cool with it.
Excellent.
Do we really not have any other pilots to talk about?
I mean, I felt like 3, now
Oh, you feel like that's a stretch?
4 was pretty decent. And I really just wanted to mention that I think it's cool that Sully Sullenberger was played by Tom Hanks. I mean, Tom Hanks.
Yeah, but
Hanks.
who hasn't been played by Tom Hanks?
Me?
Is that who you'd pick to play you?
No.
Who would you pick to play you
I
in
don't
this
know.
movie of your life?
Who would I pick? Ooh. I don't know. Who would you pick?
That's a great question. Thank you for asking. I kind of want to say Aubrey Plaza.
Ooh.
I just feel like she could do me justice.
That would be perfect.
The first thing that came to mind was Jennifer Lawrence, because I feel like she could do my humor justice. But then I kind of thought about me as a person in general, and I like to think of like the few characters I feel like make me up,
Yeah.
being April from Parks and Rec,
Yes.
Louise from Bob's Burgers,
Yes.
Gina Linetti from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah.
There's somebody else. Anyways, I think I would like Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah, I think she would really do you justice. Now that I think about it, I think I would want like a Zoe Deschanel, because
Oh God, that'd be so good.
I think it would be
In the worst
incredibly
way.
accurate. She wouldn't have to do much like trying or like acting.
That's bold. That means that you guys are just like you're her.
Mm.
Do you feel that you and her are essentially the same person?
I just maybe not us, but I do feel like I relate very heavily to Jess. I'm like a Jess Schmidt.
Call out which New Girl character you
Winston.
are. I'm Nick.
I really feel like I'm Jess, but I feel like I do have Schmidt tendencies. But I also think
You really
you
give-
have Schmidt's.
I do. I think I'm Schmidt and Nick combined. But I think you give me Winston.
I do give Winston. I don't have any bird shirts, but I'm open to the idea. Okay.
This water is actually really nice.
It feels amazing. I'm sorry for complaining initially.
I'm gonna have a sunburn, I can tell. But it's gonna be a beautiful tan, and you're just gonna be toasty lobster.
I'm gonna be a tomato.
Toasty lobster.
And now we're gonna pause here for a quick message from our sponsors.
We don't have
Just kidding.
We don't sponsor us.
We don't have sponsors, but we're open to that idea as well.
We like things. Okay. Take it away.
All right. Influential pilots.
TV pilots.
TV pilots, yes. Transitioning to our second influential topic. And Lost was an influential.
That you're just jumping right in.
Well, do you have more?
No, I mean,
Yeah, let's dive in. Let's talk about Lost.
let's go back in time. 2004 is the year. Hawaii is the place. J.J. Abrams, Damon Lindelof, someone else I can't think of, had this fantastic idea. What if we get hella people together on a plane, all coming from Sydney, Australia, going to California?
Is that where they're going?
They're going to California, okay? They're up in the air.
Okay.
On this plane.
Yeah.
Shit gets weird.
Okay,
And they're like-
that's a really interesting way to describe a plane crash.
No, we're not there yet. Plane didn't crash yet. We're still in the air. It gets weird, okay? So they gotta turn around. And they're heading towards Fiji now. Did you miss that?
Apparently I did.
Yeah.
I didn't
They're
realize.
trying to head towards Fiji, okay? That's why it gets really bad. Because then
Where is Fiji?
they're heading towards Fiji. Plane crashes. Brother, that thing splits in half. Is it in half or is it in three
No, it's in
pieces?
half. Well, actually, it might be 3 pieces.
It splits into a couple pieces. Shredded. It gets shredded.
Chop chop.
And they... Jeez. Did you say chop chop?
Yeah, I did.
And they land on some random island. And by God, they are lost. That's it.
Yeah.
Next. Just kidding.
Well, I think it was an insane pilot because it's 2 episodes.
First of all, if you haven't seen Lost,
Go watch
what are
it.
you doing?
I guess spoiler alert,
But
like,
also, it came out in 2004.
You had 20
it ended
years.
in 2010.
correct, you had time.
And they're now making a documentary about it
Really?
for the 20-year anniversary.
Excellent.
They've been interviewing everybody that's been in the show.
Do you think they will maybe explain the ending? Because I still don't get it.
Probably what? Probably not.
Bummer. I'll just sit and think. I cried at the end of the show.
Oh, brother, I sobbed. I watched it twice because I don't remember why. Maybe there was an extended edition.
There is. There's like there's like 2 cuts of it.
I had to watch both cuts.
I couldn't watch both cuts because I cried like someone I knew died. I went down to your room.
Because they did. That's the thing. They did. I knew them all personally.
Yeah.
Best believe I was sobbing through that whole show. Okay, spoiler alert again. Can I say season 1? There's like 300 people on the plane. A lot of people die, but like you don't meet them, so you're not like, it's like, damn, that sucks. But like when the first like main cast member dies, which is Boone, played by Ian Somerhalder or Damon Salvatore from the Vampire Diaries, I straight up cried. I had a moment. I was unwell because it set into me like, oh my God, like he's never getting off the island because he died on the island. Like it like affected me deeply.
I can see that.
But then the death just became very continuous, and it was kind of like, oh fuck, this is all exhausting. No, but I sobbed.
Yeah.
The whole time. When it ended.
Yeah. I know we're supposed to be talking about pilots, but we're talking about the finale. Oops.
So, it's a 90-minute, 2-part pilot.
And it's crazy.
Do you want to hear a fun fact?
Sure.
The first time I saw the Lost pilot was in high school, actually. Because we had a film studies class that they started. And I like movies. So, I don't know, we watched a lot of cool stuff, and for whatever reason, my teacher decided to show us Lost. I think we watched both episodes. Fun fact, I have like a little history of passing out when I get nervous for certain things. And so we're watching it, and I sat front seat center. Okay?
Yeah.
We're watching it. It's first period. Start
Yeah.
of the day. And it's like, I think it's the whole plane crash, like once they're already on the beach and everyone's screaming, Michael's screaming for Walt, you know.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of traumatic stuff going on, like gore and stuff.
Yeah.
And when they go to find the pilot and then he gets shredded,
Yeah.
I got really nervous and was like, oh no.
Oh no.
I was like, the show's not for me because I think I'm gonna pass out because
Yeah.
I think I'm like really nervous. And then I didn't. And then like 2 years later I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch it for real this time.
I'll never forget when you came to my room and read the pilot, like read the script or the screenplay script. The script. She read the script, all of the parts. She read the whole first episode to me.
I was given access to it, but I'm sure it's not hard to find on the internet now. But for like a script class I was in, like script analysis, I don't know.
And she read it to me.
Brother, I performed that. Did I read it to you, or did I really just like perform?
I mean, you performed, but you were like, can I read this to you? And then I said, okay. And I didn't realize she was going to read the whole thing.
I like had to read, well, I got to read through it. But I had already seen it at that point. I had already seen the whole show, so like technically I guess I didn't have to. But I wanted to. And I was like, it would be better if I like Shakespeare in the Park this bitch.
Yeah, it was something.
It's a fantastic show.
What TV show do you feel has like influenced you as a person?
Lost.
Oh, like there's not another one. Like it's just that one.
No, there's so many.
Okay, name like your top 3.
Okay, Parks and Rec,
Fair.
because it's my favorite.
Yeah.
I've seen it probably the most out of any TV show. House of Anubis.
Truth.
I've actually discovered that there's a lot of people online who have seen House of Anubis,
Yeah.
and it makes me feel seen and heard.
I'm happy for you.
That was like the first TV show I got into.
Yeah.
Like into the culture of it, like was watching it weekly. I was never so dedicated to a TV show before. I was like,
Liars. You did.
I was 10 though. This was before Pretty Little Liars.
Okay.
Well, way to spoil like my other answer.
Oh, I
probably.
didn't realize that was your other answer.
I'd say Pretty Little Liars. That one had me in a chokehold too.
Yes, it did.
In the worst way. And I was rewatching it recently actually, and I was like, they had me being okay with a lot of really not okay things.
True.
Like, I'm kind of embarrassed to say my favorite couple on... Well, actually, I'm more than kind of embarrassed to say my favorite couple on that show was Arya and Ezra. A 16-year-old girl dating her teacher who's in... Like, I tried to justify it to myself, being like, oh, he's probably only, like, 22, 23.
But still an adult.
They had me justifying it. I was like, it's not that bad. They're cute. And then I was like, why are her parents so mad? But then I was like, obviously, I would never...
I would never date a teacher, but I
But,
think
like,
it's okay that there's one.
It's cool. But House of Anubis
Yeah.
was like it's a very niche teen Nick show that I happened upon one summer morning. And
It's very entertaining.
boy, did it rock my world. Look, if you like boarding schools, the British, and Egypt, I've got a show for you. It's just so good, and I will take no criticism. Is the acting stellar? No, but you know what? Some of these people have gone on to do some pretty stellar things, so.
Truth.
I really like it. What about you?
Bob's Burgers.
Nice.
I could quote probably all of it. And
How many times have you seen it?
So, it's probably in the 20, 30
Holy shit.
time through. I mean, I just will like put it on and like do stuff while it's on. But I've seen it all several times. It holds a very special place in my heart.
I am watching it for the first time through. Like, I've never done a full watch through. I've tried, like, in the past years, and it never took. And so I'm, like, actually making progress now. And she keeps walking into the room being like, I know what this one is. This is the one where they, like, fall off a roller coaster and then, like, break down the wharf or whatever. And I'm like, I haven't seen this.
I will hear, like, 2 sentences and be like, oh, I know exactly what's happening right now.
And she spoils the whole thing.
I don't mean to spoil it. I didn't realize she'd never seen the whole thing through. Like, have you seen the movie?
The movie?
Oh my god.
Have you?
Yes.
Oh. Why are they done?
No.
Oh. Why did they make a movie?
Because why not?
That's just kind of what you do when you, like, wrap up.
But
Fans aren't satisfied.
oh my god.
Alright, what else?
The Golden Girls. It's a sitcom from the 80s for our listeners who are
From the 80s?
From the 80s, yeah.
it was older
About
than
4
that.
spunky older women in their golden years who are just...
4 spunky older women.
It's an excellent show. Betty White is in it. She's my favorite. I love all of them.
She has a deep history with Betty White.
I do. I cried when she died. I really did. It hit me hard.
We lost someone that day.
We did. On December 31st.
Oh my god.
It was a tough one. But that show, like, I feel very connected to it. That, I don't know, there's something about all of those ladies and they fit very much into my personality.
Which Golden Girl do you think that you are?
Rose, absolutely.
Is that Betty White's
Yeah.
character? Nice.
Because she's, like, the fun, lovable, that says stupid shit. And
Who's, like, the really old one with
Sophia.
the glasses? Mm.
She's great. They're all great. I love all of them. I hope to be as spunky as they are. And then I'd say my third and most influential would be Doctor Who, because that, like, came into my life right when I needed it.
Wow.
And
That's deep.
yeah, and it's always been there when I needed it. Like, when I was going through some tough shit, I had the Doctor.
Who's your favorite Doctor?
Oh, Matt Smith, absolutely. He was he was the first Doctor I watched when I started watching the show, so he's like my Doctor. But I also like David Tennant. I think he's excellent.
That's
And
surprising.
I cried on his last episode.
When he says don't go. Or I don't want to go.
Yeah, he says I don't want to go, and that was unscripted because he didn't want to leave the show. He was so,
That surprises me. I thought David Tennant would have been your favorite.
Well, yeah.
Matt Smith is my favorite.
Matt Smith he's a cutie and he's a favorite. And they're both very different. Like the way they approached it, like that, yeah.
I want to watch the new season.
Yes.
It looks really good, but I think it's on Disney.
Is it?
I think so, yeah.
It looks so good. Doctor looks like a cutie.
Shooty. I love him.
Yeah. So I'm excited. But those I think are the 3 that are super influential. And can I tell you an embarrassing thing? I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spill.
So like I don't know most TV actors. I don't know most actors.
Oh God.
And I will never forget in the first episode of Matt Smith's Doctor Who, they're fighting, or they're trying to figure, Prisoner Zero has escaped, and Prisoner Zero took the form of this woman, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I wonder if any of these actors ever get jobs out of this, if they've ever gone to do anything else, if, these, or maybe they do just in the UK. I don't really know. It was Olivia Colman.
Caroline.
I've never been so embarrassed because I was watching The Crown.
I wonder if this unknown woman, that she's really talented. I wonder if she's ever gotten another job past this.
I was just wow. And then I was watching.
Someone should cast her.
I was watching The Crown, and then I had gone back to watch Doctor Who, and I was like, I'm a fucking idiot. So, my apologies.
Sorry, Olivia Colman.
My apologies.
I know you.
Hey, I thought she was great, and I wanted to see her in other things, and guess what? She is in other things.
She's in a lot of things.
Doctor Who was not her first
Is she Prisoner Zero?
She was a coma patient that Prisoner Zero takes the shape of.
What even is Prisoner Zero?
This alien, scary looking, I can't describe it because you can't see it. You can only see him out of the corner of your eye. It's a whole
I
thing.
hate that.
Yeah, no, the thing I hate the most on Doctor Who are the Weeping Angels.
I was just going to talk about
I
those.
hate the Weeping Angels. They are so terrifying. Just the concept is scary. I hate those episodes. I watch them with the lights on, for sure.
They're just not pleasant to look at.
They're not, and their concept is just really, it's not my fave, so. But those are the shows I think that are.
All of those stone statues just give me the worst vibes.
In the show or just in general?
Just in general now.
Yeah.
If you think about Percy Jackson, when they go to Medusa's place and they don't know that it's her place until they're like, oh, this looks like my uncle.
Yeah.
Oh, this is my uncle.
Yeah.
So what are you listening to on Spotify this week? Oh God.
So I've done a mix. It's been a lot of Torture Poets Department because I love it.
Because you're a tortured poet?
Perhaps.
Do you feel like she wrote that for you?
I don't feel like she wrote it for me, but I feel like I connect to so much of it. I just feel her pain. But I don't feel her pain, but I feel pain. I remember listening to it the day it came out and just feeling this immense sadness. But I am not dealing with anything that she's dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
But just feeling it. It came through very clearly. But I just love the way her mind works, and I just love the whole album. So I've been listening to a mix of that, and then also dance songs that I dance to from past recitals as we're gearing up towards this upcoming recital. Fun fact, I'm also a dance teacher. So I was listening to a lot of throwback dance songs, and then my usual, I've been listening to a lot of 80s music, Paint It Black.
Oh
and
God.
that's just every time I get
in the car. Her first song she puts on, Paint It Black.
It's just how I'm feeling.
She said, this is my song.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just dealing with some shit, I
That's
guess.
that's not something you take lightly.
Yeah, I know. You probably can't do that and follow it with I can do it with a broken heart. It's probably not a good combination.
It's a combination.
It is. It's my combination
for
at
sure.
the moment. What have you been listening to?
Espresso. Sabrina Carpenter.
Just that.
No, I listened to Billie Eilish's new album.
I have yet to listen to it.
It's pretty good.
I've heard that it's very good.
I like it. It's a good vibe. And then I was like, what was the last album she put out?
Bad Guy?
That's not an album.
Oh.
Never mind. I don't want to get attacked. They're a strong fan base, and I respect them deeply. Did we talk about any other influential TV pilots?
No, I was just about to circle back to that. Another
Damn.
influential pilot, when I was doing a little bit of research, because I did minimal research for all of this.
I didn't research.
Yeah. Was Arrested Development, which is a show that we've both seen.
I love
And
it.
we quote so heavily. Pop Up gets a treat. I love all my children equally.
I don't care for Job.
I think that's a great show. I'm so glad that made the list of influence.
It's so funny.
It's so funny. Excellent show. Then they brought it back. And then
It really went off the rails when they brought it back.
Yeah.
Like,
Straight chaos. I do prefer the first 3 seasons over the last 2.
well, because it, like, years pass, and then they pick it up immediately where season 3 ends. And, like, Michael Cera has, like, very visibly grown up. Everyone has. Everybody's very visibly aged. Even the technology has aged. Like, it even just, like, looks different.
Yes. Yeah. I think I might start rewatching that one.
It's a good one.
Because it's just so funny. And it's kind of like this podcast. It's a show about kind of nothing.
Let us know what your favorite TV show pilot is.
Or favorite airline pilot. Like, air pilot.
Only pick the first one.
You could tell both.
I don't wanna know
I
the
would
second
be
one.
interested to
I'm
know.
not interested in the second one.
Okay, well, way to exclude half of our listeners.
Leave us a like if you side with me.
And, just let me know.
And anything else? I can't believe you're giving me the signal.
I'm not giving you the signal. I'm
You
like,
said wrap it up.
No,
wrap
that was
it
my,
up.
are we wrapping?
She said wrap it up.
Well, thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed our pilot.
This has been the deep end.
Bye.
Catch you on the flippity flip.
Bye.